It is Wednesday, so that means that it is time for more K-pop news. I hope that you're excited for this because we got a couple big stories that I want to talk about. So let's get it started right now. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MW K-pop, and I want to welcome you back for another episode of the K-pop Blast. Of course, it is Wednesday, so that means that it is time for some more news, like I just said. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about what exactly is going on with Brown Eyed Girls, because there's a couple stories that they've been in the news a couple of times over the last couple of days. There's lots of very interesting and dramatic things going on with them. We're also going to be talking about G-Friend and their performance on the Hyundai Eco Drive stage festival something or other the other day, and that video went viral, so we're going to talk about that as well. And then also we're going to just briefly mention something about what's going down at Star Empire, because that could be bad for some of the groups or just the company in general. So let's get it started with our first story. We're going to lead off with what I would say is the biggest story of the week, and that is specifically what exactly is going on with Brown Eyed Girls. And earlier in the week, we got news that broke that 3 of the 4 members, not including Guyan because she is signed with a different company, have left Nega Network, the entertainment company that they're signed to. I'm assuming, or because their contracts were up or something like that, and they've decided they're not going to re-sign. So the interesting thing is, what exactly is going on with Brown Eyed Girls? Because that would seem to be an indication that the group is finished, right? That those 3 are not signed under a company, they're not going to be promoting. They've got nobody to run anything that they're doing. But a few hours later, I saw a little news bit that said that, hey, Brown Eyed Girls, though, are going to be having a comeback, or they're going to be having a new album released later in the year, in a few months, under Nega Network. So the girls aren't signed to a contract to this company, and they're going to be releasing an album with the company's name under it, with their backing and support, which is really, really interesting to me. I don't see exactly how that's going to work out, or why that's even a thing. I do not understand that in any way, but it's interesting because they could be dead as a group. Who knows exactly? But they're still going to be coming out with an album early in the year. So I guess maybe possibly we'll see them one more time before they go. But who knows? And it's interesting. This entire thing is interesting to me because it's weird, I guess you can say, because I haven't seen a specific reason as to why they would have left the company, because I didn't see one, and I can't possibly imagine a reason why. But of course there was a reason they decided, and it could end up just being because they're done with making music and stuff like that. And that's always a thing that, that's always a possibility that's out there. But there you go. Brown Eyed Girls, their future at this point in time is up in the air. Who knows exactly what is going to happen, but we do know that they're going to be coming out with some new music before the end of 2015. So that is super exciting. Before we get into the other big story that I want to talk about, we're going to briefly talk about Star Empire and what the hell are they doing over there, because we've got news, or maybe it's not really new news, but it's new news to me, that a court has ordered that they put up their headquarters building up for auction because they are in debts. And that's not good. That's really, really bad, because they are a company that is running at least 2 fairly popular idol groups. You got Zaya, who maybe they're not, burning the world down or anything like that with their music, but they're pretty strong. People know who they are. They're kind of well liked. And then of course you've got 9 Muses, who is definitely the most popular group that is signed to that company. And if the company goes under, which it looks like it might happen, 9 Muses and the rest of these groups and actors and all the other people that are signed to the company are going to be basically without a home. And who knows exactly what's going to happen with that. But the main thing is, it looks like it's a possibility. Who knows exactly what is going to happen, because of course, I don't know. I guess it's not really it's a bit complicated to talk about because we don't have any sort of details other than they're selling their building or they're selling some property. They're being forced by court order to auction off some property, which is in and of itself not a good thing, and is an indication that things are not going so well at Star Empire. But on the other hand, with the fact that it looks like the company is failing, maybe it's not such a bad thing because Star Empire has come out and seems to be in general one of the scummiest and dirtiest companies in K-pop. So maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing for us to lose that company. But on the other hand, maybe it would be really unfortunate to lose the company and have all of those groups that they are in charge of and running displaced and without a home. So if that does happen, we're praying, right, that at least actually all of the groups find a different company. And for me personally, I would really, really love to see Nine Muses move to a company that's actually gonna do some good things for them, because they're a fantastic group. Star Empire has actually been doing a really good job with with songs and whatever their image to make that something really, really awesome. And I really don't want to see that go away because they are one of the groups that I really, really like in K-pop more than most others. So, that's just the thing. So if you're a fan of any groups or idols or actors or something, or whoever, entertainers that are signed to Star Empire, I want to know who they are, or basically who do you want to see saved from destruction if you can only pick one. If you can only pick one entertainer from Star Empire, entertainer or group from Star Empire Entertainment, I want to know who you could save. So put them down in the comment box below. We're going to wrap up this show with basically talking about G-Friend and their stage, of course, their stage their performance that they put on at the Hyundai Eco Drive Festival or something like that. I don't specifically know. But the reason why we're talking about this and the reason why the entire world is talking about this is because this was a stage that failed so spectacularly that, of course, it went viral. Viral videos 95% of the time seem to be the most impressive failures of whatever it is you're trying to do possible. And the thing is that I'm not entirely sure that this is a good thing or something. At the end of the day, despite all of it, this whole event and I don't know the whole thing, the video, the fan cam that caught the entire thing on camera has gotten the group a lot of attention for their song, for Me Gustas Tu, which is a really, really awesome song, and that's good. The only bad thing though is it makes the group and K-pop in general look kind of bad, because the performance, during the performance, of course, because apparently in Korea when it rains and the stage is wet and slippery, the show must go on. Whereas in the United States, if it rains and the stage is slippery, generally they don't perform. They postpone it or they cancel it until it's not raining anymore. And I guess that doesn't happen in Korea. I don't know. But these slippery conditions on the stage caused, I counted what I would say to be 6 falls or stumbles or something like that in the performance. And the most heartbreaking thing of all is that the one member, I believe Yuju, fell four times. She made it about a quarter way through the song before she took her first fall. And I don't mean like she kind of just like stumbled and fell, something like that. She literally she fell flat on her face. She dropped like she had just been shot dead. And it was awful. It was really terrible to watch because it really wasn't like any, it wasn't a minor fall. It was a major fall. Like she seriously fell. And to me, I'm watching this and I'm like, oh, she is totally hurt. She broke something. She has to have. I think that her face took the brunt of every single fall. Most of the impact was on her face, but like Jesus Christ. But I do have to say, I do have to give her props, and she has, if I had to pick a favorite member of the group just from that performance right there, she has become my favorite member of the group because she got up she didn't stop with what she was doing. She, of course, was still hooked into the choreography and where they were at in the song, and she just continued on like nothing had happened. Even though as she fell on the wet stage, you could tell that like the entire image and stuff like that K-pop tries to build up was absolutely destroyed. Not only with the fact that like they were falling over like they had never walked before, but just the fact that like she was soaked wet from lying on the stage. And the other girls were also getting pretty wet as well, just from the fact of that they were outside while it was raining. And it was all just a really, really bad image, which is weird and crazy to me that K-pop, which is the genre and the entire industry and scene revolves all around creating the perfect image and maintaining that as best that they can with an iron fist, because you know the companies are dictators and they tell their idols what to do. They tell media what to do and how to, you know, get some stories and tell stuff about the groups. So to let them, this rookie group who, like, I don't specifically know how many outdoor stages they performed on, but I'm pretty sure that this is the first time they've ever performed on a wet stage. And it's honestly really amazing, surprising to me that they would have, that group, like G-Friend specifically, went out and they performed. Because if it were me in charge of that, I wouldn't have done that, because that's not safe. Like, one, I don't think that the girls are particularly experienced enough as far as like performing on live stages to, I don't know, change and adapt to the fact that you're basically dancing on what could turn into ice at any moment, because that wet stage with their footwear and stuff like that, it's not a good combination, because it's kind of meant to be easy to slide around on or to move around on. And it's just thinking about this makes me just absolutely crazy, because overall there were a lot of bad calls there. They put the safety and, you know, they put the safety of the members at risk. You know, they risk physical harm and injury to the members as well by doing that. And, you know, it also, from depending on the way that you look at it, also has damaged the image of K-pop around the world as well, because there's a lot of people who picked up on it and they wrote some, you know, some mocking pieces, some others, some were mean, some were nice. You know, that's the way it goes. It all depends on the way that you interpret it. But it's just, there are so many bad things that could have happened that luckily didn't happen with this, that it's amazing. It's just really, really lucky that, you know, like, she didn't get hurt. I mean, it really is amazing to me that she didn't get hurt, because she fell really hard, and it is just absolutely amazing to me. So there you go. G-Friend just doing their thing and gaining some massive respect and attention from a lot of people in K-pop, not specifically around the world. They didn't get a whole lot of respect, but for me personally and a lot of other people, man, their fighting spirit is absolutely intense. Because if that were me, the first time I fell hard like that, I just rolled over my back and stared up in the sky and wished I was dead, because I would just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me, so that I didn't have to get up and face the crowd and just continue on with life, because I would have just absolutely hated that. But she did it. She did it with a smile, and she finished the performance with a smile. And then, you know, she kept the whole "I'm happy to be here" smile facade and image, probably until she got to the point where nobody could see her, and then she just probably just like broke down. And I'm not gonna say cried, but I would have cried if I were her. I definitely would have cried. So there you go. Those are the stories that I wanted to talk about. A bit of criticism, I guess you can say, of G-Friend and the company for putting those girls out there on that stage. I don't really care if they're rookies or veterans. They probably shouldn't have been on that stage to begin with. You know, we're talking about the future of Star Empire, and also what exactly is going on with Brown Eyed Girls and their future as well, because it's a bit uncertain. So there we go. That's the news for today. It wasn't really that short, but you know, that's the way it goes. So that is going to be it for this episode of the K-Pop Blast. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.